A car rally in support of multiple sclerosis sufferers will descend on Parliament this morning with a message for Pharmac to fund 4 new treatments. MS New Zealand says there hasn't been a new drug funded for the most common form of MS in 6 years, and although research is advancing, Aotearoa is falling behind. Neil Woodhams is the president of MS New Zealand. He's with us now. Kia ora, Neil. Thanks for being with us.
Marina.
Tell us about the difference in these drugs. We've got 5 that are funded. What's the difference, the biggest difference with the 4 you're proposing?
All 4 ensure that can be taken without admission to a hospital clinic. One of them in particular, cladribine, is a pill which you take for 2 weeks for 1 year, 2 weeks for the next. And international research shows that for 70% of people they never have to take another drug. But the point is they take it at home rather than going to hospital and taking up time in very, very busy infusion clinics. So,
I mean, clearly that's going to be a better quality of life, or it really kind of opens up other doors for them.
Certainly. It means they don't have to take time off work. Their carers don't have to take time off work to get them to clinics, that sort of thing. The 2 of the others are much shorter infusion times because the drug is administered under the skin rather than into the system, and so that also saves time in clinic.
Cladribine, you mentioned it briefly then, but cladribine overseas, what are you seeing in patients taking that drug?
Well, that after 5 years, 70% of them don't require any further treatment.
Yeah.
That's a major advance.
It is a major advance. Do you think, again, it would ease the health pressures in some of our health system?
Well, infusion clinics up and down the country are places where people go, for example, for cancer infusions. They're extremely busy, and in many cases, there are waiting times for them. And so to relieve that, I mean, there's a cost burden as well, because there is no cost in people sitting at home taking a pill.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere in Christchurch maybe there's 500 patients, and that's taking up an extraordinary amount of hours.
About 50,000 hours a year.
Yeah, and how would you see that being cut?
Well, most of those people, if they were, if their clinicians thought it was appropriate for them to move to a drug like cladribine, they would not go to hospital for infusions at all.
Are people getting MS, are they being diagnosed younger, or what's happening?
Yes, certainly. With the advances in MRI, the age of diagnosis is coming down, probably in the region of average age now of about 30, 32.
And is that predominantly in women?
Women get MS, 70% of people with MS are women, 30% men, and it's mostly in young women.
Yeah. So you're hitting the road, or you've hit the road in a rally, though it had a little bit of a false start.
Yes, unfortunately our car, the MS car, broke down before it got to Pukekohe. So we had to buy another car on Tuesday, and they're in... well, they're probably leaving Palmerston North now to hit Wellington by 11:30.
Yeah, and you're going down today?
I'm going down, and I join the rally and go to Bluff. Yeah,
you're off to Bluff? I'm
off to Bluff.
So what's the main message to Pharmac?
Well, the main message to Pharmac is please speed up your process. We shouldn't have to wait 6 years after Australia to get approval for a drug which is clearly accepted worldwide as being a new advance in MS treatment.
Well, do you think we are lagging behind?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what will you be telling them at Parliament today? Well,
this will be our first opportunity to talk to the Minister, and we will be very kind to him because he's a new Minister, and one of the things we will be wanting to do is to actually seek a more lengthy time to address this issue and a number of other issues that we have with MS.
Yeah, at the moment, how many MS sufferers are there in New Zealand?
There are about 5,000 people with MS in New Zealand.
Yeah, and what does this rally do for kind of the fundraising or awareness?
The Rotary Club of Half Moon Bay have this fantastic Bangers to Bluff rally. 18 cars drive from Half Moon Bay and Auckland to Bluff, raising money. Last year they raised $70,000 for MS New Zealand, which we think is absolutely fantastic. It's a fun couple of weeks as well, but at the same time, it raises money for a very important cause.
Yeah, Neil Woodhams, all the best. MS New Zealand, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.